Welcome back, everyone, to our playthrough of the career mode here in NASCAR Heat 2. So in our last video, we made it 3 wins in a row by picking up the victory in the Xfinity Series once again at Bristol. But now this is going to come a time for our next challenge. What's going to happen now, we're back in the Truck Series and we're ready to run at Kansas. And the reason why that's so interesting to me is because now we have momentum. At the very end of our last video, you saw that we gained a 10% speed boost and our momentum icon that is flashing at the top of the screen next to the season 1. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. What is a 10% speed boost? Is that going to make the difference between a 4-star and a 5-star team? I really don't know. And also, what is a 10% speed boost? Is that 10% more horsepower, 10% more grip, 10% less drag? I mean, what does it mean? Maybe it's all of those things. I have no idea, but I guess we're about to find out because we're headed to Kansas. All right, here we go, folks. We are green at Kansas, and we qualified dead last. It was, in fact, it wasn't even funny how far ahead of me they were in qualifying, which is something that I've come to expect in this game. The key will be how fast do they run during the race. That's what we're going to find out. Because in practice, the few practice laps I ran, nobody was really running away from me. All right, let's get up here on the high side. All right, so we're going by, ooh, please give me room. We're going by some of these guys in the back. All right, they're scaring me to death with the way they're jumping around on this racetrack. All right, let's try to get by some of these guys at the back as soon as possible and hope for some better racing as we get toward the front. Wow, here's a huge gap. All right, I'm going to keep pedaling in this thing and lifting. Not that I have to get through the corner, but I really am trying to give these guys as much room as I can. Because look how they just dart around on the track for no reason. That's okay, that wasn't as bad. I'm about halfway expecting one of them to just jump up here, go dead right in front of me at any moment. So far, we're up to 20th from starting dead last, and are easily passing these guys in the middle of the field like we did at the back of the field. Oh, right up in front of me. Come on, Timmy Hill. You've got to do better than that now. All right, so we're going to be running 22 laps, and we're already up to 16th. So for sure, if we've got the speed, we should have enough time to get to the front. The question will be, how far can we get? All right, I can see everybody ahead of us all the way up to the lead. At least I think that's the lead. Can we get there? All right, we're still passing guys pretty easily. So this is with our own personal hindrances that we've added on our own, with a 4-star truck that, unfortunately, I'll say has momentum at this point in time, which gives us additional speed. All right, 17 laps to go. We are in 12th. I'm going to stick to this high side. Truck is handling beautifully. Again, it feels like I'm on the interstate, basically. No reason to lift at any point. All right, let's get down here on the bottom at least a little bit. All right, we're coming up on the top 10 now. All right. Let's get back up to the top here. I don't trust these guys on the bottom. Again, I just never know how much they're going to lift going into the corners, and I don't want to run through the back of one of them. Yeah, the sensation of speed is not good. here. I literally feel like I'm crawling around this racetrack. Almost feels like we're under pace speed. All right, please don't drive up the track in front of me. All right, he gave us a little room there. It was awfully nice of him. All right, so far so good. I mean, we're definitely working our way through the field, but it feels like we're having a harder time just passing by these guys or blowing by them than we were earlier. Part of that is because everything is single file now, as opposed to the 2x2 and 3x2 that we saw some at the beginning. All right, if we can pass this 29 truck, at least I think that's the 29 truck on my inside. Yeah, that's him. All right, let's see what kind of lap time we can make and how quickly we can catch up to these guys, because we're now 6th, which means that's the top 5 ahead of us. And I think 5 trucks up there. The key is, let's see if we can run them down. So I'm going to bring up our leaderboard, clicking on A twice. All right, 1.2 seconds ahead is John Hunter. Let's see if we can catch him. All right, 12 laps to go. All right, it does look like they've got more speed than me. Ooh, that's a little loose, actually. Getting into the corner there. So we're catching him a little bit, but you can tell it's not all that quickly. That could be because they're drafting ahead of me. And once we get close enough for the draft, that might change. We'll see how it goes. All right, yeah, we're definitely catching them now. And we're within a second, so that should give us access to any draft that they've got going on. So we are wide open the entire way around to the track. I can't go any faster. So, all right, we must have had a good couple of corners there, because we're now just over a half second behind John Hunter. But yeah, it's definitely slow treading to run these guys down, which is nice. And we definitely haven't just run up on these guys quickly. Oh, hello. Somebody's got an issue. Woo! All right, we survived that. I thought they were just running down the track blocking or something, but once I was already in it and it was too late to move, I realized that was not the case. It looked like Matt Crafton had some sort of an issue there. All right, 7 laps to go. So yeah, that was almost catastrophic there. All right, that puts us into 4th. See how far we can take this. We're definitely faster than John Hunter. But can we do anything with him now that we've caught him? All right, we got him. Now we're up to third. Yeah, I think we're going to run out of time before we can get to the top two guys. Because I think there ought to be something like 5 laps left. Something like that. And there you go. It's a rare occasion when I can remember how many laps are left in a race. All right, 0.8 of a second behind Christopher Bell. Yep, I don't think we're going to be able to run him down. So what this is telling me, oh wow, we're catching him a little bit quicker now. We might actually have a shot. But what this is telling me is that with our momentum, we have a shot at a top 5. If we didn't have the momentum, we would probably be right back where we were before at Atlanta, and looking for probably a top 8 to 10 finish. All right, 3 laps to go. And we've definitely closed in on Christopher Bell quite a bit. Ooh, a little loose there. Loose on entry. All right, are we going to be able to pull up beside him? Not quite. All right, we got 2 laps to see if we can get into second. We'll try the high side on him. Oh, woo, really loose there. Yikes. Yep, I can't just follow in his footprints because that obviously isn't going to get us past him. See if I can do the slide job on him on the inside, maybe. All right, we got him for now. See if he's able to fight back on us. 1.8 seconds behind Grant Enfinger. We're definitely not going to have time for that. All right, so we come home second. Not bad at all, and cause a wreck after we lost control of the truck. So that's an interesting way for it to win. Apparently, whenever they take control of the truck over, it just goes dead straight. Somehow we got a 105 speed rating there, and I find that hard to believe because that was pretty slow. So we come home second here at Kansas. Let's run through these screens and see about 1.6 seconds out of the lead there at the end. And once again, our bank account continues to grow, as should our points position. Yeah, this puts us in second place now, only 3 points out of the lead. Very nice. All right, so far so good. I think the changes that we've made to sort of handicap things are coming along nicely. So far so good. Now the short tracks are a different story entirely, but at least on the 1.5 mile tracks, it seems to be pretty good. With momentum, we can come home with at least an opportunity for top 5s, and who knows, maybe even a chance at a win if we can qualify better than at the very back of the pack, that is. And so, yeah, things are going pretty good. Looks like our next race is going to be at Charlotte, another 1.5-mile track, another opportunity for maybe a top 5. Who knows? Maybe a win. We'll have to see how long this momentum sticks around. So thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned next time for more NASCAR Heat 2 career mode play here at Knee Pit Gaming.